guys, it's your girl Justin Marie and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. This is a channel where it's a little bit of everything with just self-development, mental health, fashion, the whole nine and what have you. So if you're interested to see what this video is about, then stay tuned. All right guys, so it's been a long time since I've seen you guys. I think the last video I posted was probably in July, vacation for my niece's birthday, and then I posted a YouTube short when I had went to my homegirl's birthday, and I think that was September. So it has been a minute, and I just want to apologize to all of my followers. I appreciate some of you guys been reaching out to me, making sure that I'm okay. And I did not quit YouTube, but I will explain, in detail what's been going on with me, why I haven't been posting anything, and just make this a life update video so that way you guys can know what I've been up to. All right, so first things first, Happy New Year. It is January 11th, I think. Yes, today's January 11th, 2025. I feel like this year went by so fast. Well, 2024, of course. And I just can't believe we're really in a new year. I can't even believe it's halfway through the month already. That's a little scary. But I hope everyone had a safe, healthy new year. Also, there's been so much stuff going on in the world with fires and crazy shootouts and just a whole bunch of stuff. So we definitely just need to keep everybody in our prayers. I hope you guys are alive and well. And as you guys can see, I look different. I have braces now. I got my braces back in October? Yeah, I had them in October and I like them. They are growing on me. They hurt, but I'm trying to get everything, fixed. So I know at the end of the day it's going to be worth it in the end. So let's just go ahead and hop. Where have I been? All right, y'all. So I have been battling with my mental health. It started in September. I noticed when I would go to work, I would be like shortness. I'll be like experiencing like shortness of breath. I do have asthma too, and I work like retail, so I'm just like, well, maybe I'm just like out of breath and stuff like that. Like I need to just work out, but I didn't realize that those were symptoms of me having an anxiety attack. So sometime in September, I really don't know when it was, I thought that I had a asthma attack and ended up having an anxiety attack. This was at work. They had to call the paramedics to come and check me out, and the paramedic was telling me that my lungs were clear, and I've experienced an anxiety attack. So that was literally like the first one that I had, and I haven't had anxiety in so long, like anxiety attacks. So I was a bit, I guess, not appalled, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I was a bit surprised that I had one, because I'm just like, I don't understand why I'm having an anxiety attack. And then fast forward maybe 2 weeks later, I had another one. It was pretty bad. I was getting myself together, getting ready for work, and I ended up calling my friend, who I call her my sister, and I just told her, like, I just didn't feel safe. I just needed to leave and to go. I didn't go to the hospital the first time I had my anxiety attack, but I ended up going the second time because I'm just like, what is going on with me? At the time, I am in school finishing my bachelor's. I am working 2 jobs, retail jobs. It's not a full-time job that I want. So I've been applying on the side. So I don't know if, and then the seasons was changing too. So I don't know if that played a part in it or what, but yeah, I was just like, what's up with these, anxiety attacks happening back to back. So I ended up going to the emergency room. They took my blood pressure. They didn't tell me anything, like, they didn't tell me what my blood pressure was though when I got there. They were just asking me like how I'm feeling. I just felt very anxious. And I'm very in tune with my body as well. So I know when something's off, and I just felt off. Like, I just felt off. It's kind of hard to put into words, but I'm just like, yeah, listen, I had an anxiety attack not too long ago, and I didn't go to the emergency room, but this is my second one, and it's in a short amount of time, so I just kind of want to see what's going on. So of course, you know, they ended up like checking me out and things like that. And I didn't notice that I was in the hospital for a long time. And I'm like, why would I be in the hospital for so long and I'm just in here for an anxiety attack? But I didn't realize that my blood pressure, whenever I did come in, and just to pause on that, I was already coming down off my anxiety attack when I got to the hospital. So I feel like my blood pressure was probably way higher than what I'm about to tell you guys when I got to the hospital. But when I arrived at the hospital and they took my blood pressure, it was 240 over 159 or 149 or something. Something crazy. I didn't even know blood pressure can go that high. But they were just like, you know, they just wanted to take the right precautions and, you know, start checking, you know, my organs and stuff just to make sure I wasn't going into organ failure. And at that point, I was just like, yeah, Jessica, like, what's going on? What's going on with you? This time is heading until October. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I need to take care of my mental health. So I ended up putting my 2 weeks into the job I was at, where I was a manager at a clothing retail store. And that was kind of sad or whatever. But I knew like I had to do something for myself and kind of get myself together, because I shouldn't be having anxiety attacks and not showing up for work or having them at work. And at a point in time, I was wondering if, you know, something at the mall was triggering me. I really honestly don't know. So fast forward to mid-October, my niece came into town, and I ended up watching her for a week because my brother and his girlfriend went on vacation. And y'all know how I love my niece. Like, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know I love my niece. I'm sure you guys seen videos of her in my videos here on YouTube, but something was just off. Like, I felt like I couldn't really connect with her. And I love her so much, and you know, she was starting to walk and stuff, and I just noticed that it was really hard for me to get out of bed, and I'm like, something's not right. Like, something's going on with me, like anxiety attacks. Now I'm having trouble getting out of bed and things like that. So I'm just like, all right. So I ended up making a doctor's appointment just to go and see my PCP and let her know some of the things that I have been experiencing. I was able to kind of like pull myself out of it and take her to the mall so she can see like my friends from work, and buy her stuff. We went to the pumpkin patch. I'll probably insert some clips here. But yeah, like you know, even with me going through what I was going through, and I was a hot mess inside, like y'all wouldn't have been able to tell, because I was still posting content, at least on my Instagram, pictures and things like that. So you wasn't really able to tell that I was like going through anything, to be honest with you. So my last day at my job was October 29th, I think, like the end of October. And I was like, all right, let me get myself into therapy. So I'm gonna pause right there because I forgot to tell you what my doctor said. So when I went to my doctor's appointment, she had to give me like this test or whatever. And my test showed that I had severe depression. And, you know, I was just like, huh? You know, but it was kind of nice to know that, all right, like we can kind of put a quote unquote diagnosis on how I've been feeling. And to be honest with you, I feel like I have always been depressed. I just, you know, was skeptical on telling the doctor, you know, like my symptoms and things like that. And you know how it is in the Black community when it comes to mental health, how it's a bit taboo and, you know, all of that stuff. But you know, it was nice that we were able to kind of put a diagnosis, you know, on what I've been going through. So my doctor did prescribe me to medication. And if you guys ever saw my video from, I think, January 2023, I talked about mental health and things like that and how I was on medication before. But yeah. And I might just link it down below if you guys want to see that video too, just on, you know, the journey of my mental health. But this time around, it was really, really, really bad and a bit scary too. I'm sorry if you guys see me like looking this way. I'm just making sure that my battery's not dying, and then also making sure how much time I have left on my card, because I have been filming some things. I just haven't been putting it out. But anyway. Yeah, so I quit my job, put my 2 weeks in, and then that's when depression really hit me, really, really, really bad. I thought I was doing myself justice with quitting my job, but I did not. I was in a deep, deep depression to where I wasn't, like, my apartment was just dark from morning to night. I was in bed morning to night. Sometimes I would just be in my room, sleep all day. I wouldn't even have like the TV or anything on. There were times where I would go days without eating, days without showering. And even when I did shower and tried to attempt to do self-care, it was bad. Like, it was a task. It almost felt like, I'm trying to think of a good analogy, like, I don't know, like doing pulling, I don't even have an analogy to say it, but it was just bad. Like, having to get myself up to take a shower was bad. Like, and it was very, very dark. And I noticed that, you know, certain things that I once loved doing, for example, you know, creating content and stuff, I just didn't have the desire to do it. I didn't have the desire to do anything. So that was scary. And then, of course, you know, I had to find a way to muster up some strength when my friends wanted to go out, and kind of act like, you know, I wasn't going through anything. So yeah, even though people who follow me seen things, me post things on Instagram stories and stuff like that, like, that's when I was at my lowest. And now I do understand when people, you know, are shocked and they're like, oh, I would have never thought this person was suffering and stuff like that. Like, people be suffering silently. And yeah, like, so then the holidays started to come and I just wasn't myself. I was taking my medication, the medication that I was on, I don't mind sharing, it was Lexapro, but it wasn't doing anything for me. Like, I'm taking it, but I wasn't experiencing any relief of my symptoms where it did before. So I feel like this time around, it was really, like, it was bad. I think this might have been the worst I've ever had in my, like, depressive, like, episode. Yes, the holidays were, like, you know, a blur and things like that. And I pretty much gave up. Like, I gave up on everything. I gave up on looking for a job. I gave up on content. I gave up on trying to help people. I gave up on dating. I gave up on myself. I gave up on school. I just gave up. Like, And I was, to be honest with you, ready to just give up on life. I gave up on God. I gave up on my faith. I'm trying not to get emotional. It was just very hard to pull myself out of that dark hole. And I appreciate my friends for being there for me, for understanding me, because I know I wasn't always so pleasant. I know I probably was annoying. I know I had my little, like, quote unquote pity party and things like that, but it was rough. It was just very, 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 very rough for me. And I just found myself feeling like I was stuck and life was just moving ahead. And, I got angry with God and I'm just like, I'm not understanding why I have to continuously go through things. I know it's life. I know the Lord Jesus, he went through things too, but it's just like, geez, can I have a break? I just wanted a break. So yeah, it was pretty rough. So Christmas time, I went home, and that was like, Christmas was about like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And I was still like, in my state, and in my depressive state. And I'll never forget, my brother was just like, Jess, what's wrong with you? Because I didn't tell my family what was going on with me. And hold on one second. So as I was saying, my brother was just like, what's wrong with you? Because he notices I'm not the same. I'm up in my room a lot. Even back home, and just kind of secluded to myself. And he's just like, what's up? So I opened up to him about what was going on with me, and he was just like, I knew something was wrong with you because, it just seemed like ever since we came down to see you when we dropped the baby off, you weren't yourself. And, and I asked him, I said, well, what do you mean? He was just like, I don't know. I just wasn't my bubbly, personality self. And, I would just be in the bed and be secluded, not really engage with my niece. So, he's just like, yeah, like, what's going on? And he gave me some tough love. Even though I'm the big sister, I needed to hear it. And, he was kind, of course, and gentle, and was just trying to understand where I was coming from. And sometimes you do feel so lonely. Sometimes you feel like no one understands you. When you're going through, like those episodes, those dark episodes, and I just didn't understand like why. But now that I think about it, I do think that for the past 4 years, a lot of stuff been going on. And I think it's just, my body is just like, whoa, like, okay, sis. Not saying that I've been holding stuff in, but I don't think I've properly dealt with certain things. So I think it's just all resurfacing, and I'm thinking that's what it could be. I did have one therapist appointment that I do need to find another therapist. But during my first session, when they, figure out like what's been going on and stuff like that, he was just like in awe. He was just like, Jessica, you've been through so much. Like, you've been through so much. So it's no wonder why you're starting to, get these symptoms. And sometimes you can deal with certain things, but subconsciously you didn't. And anyone that I'm trying not to cry, y'all. I've been through a lot, and it's not to take away, because everybody goes through things and stuff like that. Everybody goes through things in life, Some people are able to handle it a lot better than others. But yeah. And then Christmas, I feel like was like the pivotal moment for me, where I spoke to my mom and I kind of told her what's been happening and what's been going on. And she gave me tough love. She gave me tough love. And I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that and be reminded that I am strong, that I am, you know, a daughter of God, and that God has carried me through this entire year. All right, y'all, I do apologize for that. My camera got too hot, so I was just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and record on my phone. I do apologize for the lighting, and let me see if I can kind of, the glare. This is kind of strange. Okay. Yeah, so as I was saying, you know, by the grace of God, he definitely did carry me from, you know, not having a job for a year, a little over a year, and some change, you know. So I'm definitely grateful, and it does not take away for my thankfulness for God, but it's heavy, you know what I mean? Like, I never expected to lose my job. I never expected to be without a job for this long. And with my job, and with my career, you know, I was advancing. Well, I was advancing until, you know, my last position. And I know God does things for reasons, and, you know, I wasn't happy, of course, but at the same time, there were so many different departments. Like, I knew I could have, I don't know, advanced in a different department. But that's neither here or there. So back to what my mom was saying to me, she was just like, Jessica, you've been different ever since you lost your job. And, you know, God pulled you away for a reason. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have something else for you. And I'm just like, I understand, but still. And I just started breaking down and I started crying. I don't think, like, I've cried, but I don't think I've actually cried, like, because I've been trying to be strong, and just never allowed myself to really grieve my job, grieve the things that I've been going through for the past couple years. And I did, and it felt like a lift, you know, a weight's been lifted off my shoulder. I did go back to my doctor when I was on the Lexapro, and I told her, like, I'm still, you know, experiencing some symptoms, and she ended up giving me something else, and it's definitely helping. So I'm slowly but surely starting to feel like myself again. And I just want to be an advocate. Like, you guys, it don't matter what race you are, but honestly, for my, like, Black people, please, if you are going through something, know that you are not alone. You can reach out to me. I will respond to you. You can reach out to me on Instagram. My Instagram is linked. But please, like, just know that you're not alone. And, you know, if anything, you going to the doctor, you knowing that something's wrong, is a strength and it's not a weakness. It's not a weakness to seek therapy. I do feel like, yes, we can, you know, count on God to heal us too, but, you know, faith without works is dead. So we also have to do our part in it too. I'm slowly but surely regaining my faith back. So yeah, like, it's been rough. It has been rough, but I'm here. And, you know, for the new year, for my channel division, I definitely want to kind of take things in a different route, and do more self-development type of videos. And, you know, just, of course, I'll still do my little bit of fashion here and do my, not my fashion, you know, like beauty and all this other stuff. But I hope that, you know, me sharing my story touches someone. You know, it's a journey. So, you know, I know that I have to get myself in order to be the best self that I can be, so I can pour into others, and also allow people to pour into me. and not feel like I am a burden. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. What's next for me is I am going to be looking for another job. Hopefully something is for me, and being more consistent with YouTube. If there's any type of videos that you guys want to see, please let me know. If you guys want me to do a video on depression, like, you know, like how did I know what is depression, and things like that, I definitely can talk about it. And the things that I'm doing now on my journey on how I can overcome depression and things like that. So yeah. So other than, you know, mental health and career-wise, dating, I have friends, but I haven't found my person yet. You know, I guess, yeah, I haven't found my person yet, but I do have friends. Nothing serious or anything like that. I'm trying to think what else. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video / life update, and knowing where I've been. And I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys soon. I love you. Bye.